Hey guys, so I just actually finished recording Fashion Nova closing haul. Sorry, I'm just like woo. I was like trying things on, taking pictures for my Instagram, taking pictures for my Onlyfans, then recording like what I'm trying on, then like switching back and like doing it all over again. It was like really interesting. So I'm like a little bit tired, but have like a little bit of time today. So I am going, like, my goal is to record 4 videos a day today. So let's see if I can do it. But so this video, I'm going to break it up in 2 parts. The first one is going to be how and why I started OnlyFans. And the second part is going to be like the best ways to promote OnlyFans that I found out for myself, and then like did my research and everything like that. So this is the first part, and then watch out for the next part. That's where you can see like all the promotions that I've been doing, like to get like people and stuff like that. And what's the best way to, to get the fans. All right, so what are OnlyFans and how I started? So 7 months ago, I have like, by the way, I have like this thing where like I wrote down like a few things, so I'm not gonna forget. So I might like look down a little bit sometimes, so I'm sorry. But a few days ago, not a few days ago, 7 months ago, this guy approached me, well, like a friend of mine, like a good friend of mine. And he was like, he'd be like, saw my Instagram, saw like, the how guys like reacting to me like in public and stuff. And so he was like, why don't you get your OnlyFans? And at that time, I always thought that OnlyFans has to be only nude and only some type of like pornographic things going on. And I was like, no, this is not what I do. This is not what type of like reputation I want on my name. So no. So he was like, well, why don't you like put a mask on and and just do it like that, so people like don't know who you are. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, he wanted to manage me at that time, and he was like, yeah, just like do it, like it's gonna be so much money, blah blah blah. So I'm like, no way. So 10 days, so like a few weeks ago, my photographer, so I used to actually shoot like just like professional pictures and videos, and I had like a photographer that I used to work with all the time. I really literally like enjoyed working with him because like he just like knew how to capture everything that I wanted, right? So he reached out to me and he was like, how you've been, blah blah blah, we should do like another photo shoots. So we've been taught, like we spoke like what we've been up to, and he was like, well, me and my girl were on OnlyFans. I'm like, what are you guys doing over there? Well, what they're doing, well, they're doing like pornographic stuff. They having like sex, on it and everything like that. So he was like, well, you should try doing it too. And I'm like, no, I'm not into that type of content. Like, I'm not into news again. Like, I'm not like into this crazy stuff. He was like, no. OnlyFans, you can literally play on the guitar on OnlyFans. You can cook, you can like literally like knit on OnlyFans, like whatever you like doing. It doesn't have to be pictures at all of you. It can be like, photography. If you're doing photography like yourself, if you're taking picture of the nature, like people subscribe to you and just like pay for your art, basically. Like and it can be anything. And that's when I started thinking, I was like, wait, what? Because before, again, like remind you, like I did not think that I can do anything on it. He was like, no, you can literally do anything on it you want, just like attract fans, like just make it like marketing good, and then like you can do whatever you want on it. I was like, for real? He's like, yeah. And then everybody like kept saying like, every pictures that you take on Instagram and like post on Instagram, like I have like like clothes pictures, but sometimes like I have like little lingerie or like little underwear pictures. And they're like, why are you posting it on Instagram? Like, no, like people just liking it, but they're not paying for it. So why don't you post the same pictures on OnlyFans and like do photo shoots, like buy more lingerie and do that? You don't have to do anything naked on it. I was like, really? So like the more I kept talking to like, my photographer, the more I kept thinking about it. I was like, well, I'm already doing it on Instagram, so like why not? And I was like, well, maybe. And then he was like, well, I can manage you. So then I started reaching out to the girls. Like I know a few girls that like friends of mine that they're doing OnlyFans. And I asked them, I'm like, listen, this is like a guy like asking me to like, promote me, like manage me on OnlyFans. Like, what do you think? Blah 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 blah. She was like, no, why? You don't need it. Like, you don't need nobody. It's like an Instagram, you know what I mean? But it's just like, you just need to like find ways to promote it. Like you post pictures and then you converse like with people through DMs. They have private messages in there. And that's it. Like you don't need like a manager. So she was like, no, don't do it. And I said, okay. So then I thought about it. I was like, if I make professional pictures, because like I told you before, like I've been doing professional pictures before. So I thought about it. I was like, if I do it like by myself and I do it like on my own camera, then like I'll just post it and then see what happens, right, on my OnlyFans. And if I decide today to make it like a theme, then I can like ask my photographer like to do the pictures with me, and then we can split like the tips or like whatever. So maybe I've been like already spoke too much about like tips and all of this. So let me get in a little bit of logistics of OnlyFans, right? So it's a website and you cannot find a person unless they give you like a link. Like it's not an Instagram where you can type in like somebody's profile name or like profile nickname and then you can find them. No, they have to give you a link, and that's how you find them basically. And by the way, there are referral links, and that's how I sign up for mine. I've been like doing like research on YouTube and stuff like that, and I saw a girl that was talking about it. And by the way, the another part that like really attracted me, like I saw girls on YouTube, because I've been doing like so much research since I was told that you don't have to do anything nude on it. So I started doing my research. And so once I was doing my research, I saw that like girls making so much money on it, like so much money. And I was like, what? Are you kidding? And I don't have to be naked on it. I don't have to like be touched or anything like that. Like I don't like that, like I don't like to be naked. I don't like to be like anything pornographic, and I don't like to be like touched by guys unless like I let you to, right? So I was like, oh my God, like what the hell? So I keep doing research, and then I found this girl, and she said like, by the way, and some of the pictures that you post on your OnlyFans, make sure you include the referral link, because not only you get your money from subscription, tips, and custom content, which I'm going to get into a little bit later, but you also can also do like referrals where you like people use your referral link and then like they get money, and then like whoever used it, they can sign up for the OnlyFans. I'm like, okay, so I signed up through her link, right? And then I created mine. But so there are different types of subscription, right? And there are different types of like how you can make money. So first you can set your subscription be $0, like literally it's free, but it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get any money. So you're gonna post pictures, right? And in order for people to unlock it, you either can negotiate price in the private messages, or you can set a price already like in a description above the picture where you say like, and if you wanted to see this picture, then pay this much money. And by the way, if you are doing this type of subscription where it's like $0, but it's like in order for people want to click on the picture, you want to make the caption enticing enough for people to want to click on it. So make it like sound sexy, make it seem like you know, something just they just want to see, right? So they will want to click on it and then pay you this much money, right? So this is when you have $0 for the subscription. Then there are subscriptions that can go up to like how much you want. It doesn't have to be any set amount. Like I know girls that like have millions and millions and millions of subscribers on Instagram, and they like, when I was doing my research, I clicked on their OnlyFans, and they have only their subscriptions for only $15. You can go as low as $4.99, and that's like actually the lowest that is set by OnlyFans if you want to have paid subscription, right? So if you don't, if you do, then the $4.99 is the lowest, and then you can go as much up as you want, right? And then I know girls who doing like for $30. I even know girls who doing for $50 subscription, and then, you know, whatever, like people pay for it, and they have like a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, a lot of likes on it, so which is amazing, right? So again, like subscription, like only like is up to you. But like usually what I heard, like what I've been hearing, it's, you know, especially when you start, it's good to like have people subscribe for like lower price, because like when I started, I had it for $15, and then now it's $19.99, because I was like, well, you know, why not? Because like I have a good content, and why not, you know, just increase it a little bit more. But like at the same time, like think like, would people want to pay for that? Because like, you know, sometimes like $50 is like a little bit expensive for some people, and you know, 15 versus $15 where people like, oh, whatever, you know, just like little, you know, such a small amount of money. But anyway, all right, so yeah, so you can set subscription as much as you want. So then you can do the way you can get money. This is one way to get money, right? And by the way, so you get subscribers, but on OnlyFans they're called fans, right? And by the way, like, you know how like on Instagram or YouTube, when you subscribe, like the more subscribers you have, the more followers you have, the better like your channel is doing, or your page is doing. It has nothing to do with OnlyFans. It has nothing to do. You can have literally 10 subscribers, but they can be like big tippers. Like they can tip you 500 at once, 1,000 at once, and you know, that's what's gonna happen. Like that just, it doesn't matter how much fans you have. It depends on like how much they're willing to pay, and how good content that you provide. Like provide quality content, make sure like, you know, it's fun, it's like, you know, just like something that they are interested to look at. And by the way, be consistent. Like I know some people say like, oh, like be consistent, but like post like twice a week. And I'm like, twice a week, like I don't know. I post every day. So I started it like maybe a week ago, and I've been posting like every day, you know, and because I'm like, why not just like increase your content, so like when people subscribe, you have more and more like things to look at, you know, and more reasons to stay, because they're like kind of like, oh, she's fun, she's doing this and this and this and blah blah blah, right? So what else? Oh, okay, so when you post pictures, you can post whatever you want. Again, like personally, I post nothing nude, and I like it to be like very tasteful and very like sexy, but like very, you know, just like, again, like not pornographic or anything like that. And for example, if there are some pictures you want to tease your fans, right? There are some pictures that you can post and you can just like leave it on the feed, but some of the pictures you can post and you can make like a little emojis like over parts that, you know, you like, they're like, you know, they will want to look at. And in order for them to look at, you put in a description like, oh, tip me in order for you to see you know, the full picture basically. And then they DM you and they're like, oh, I want to see this picture. So they tip you how much you know, how much you set it for, and you are getting paid. And then like you send them the full picture. And this is like how the tips work. Sometimes that, or sometimes like you just post like a picture, a regular picture without emojis on it, and you just put like something in it like, oh, tip me, like, you know, if you keep want to see like something like this, some content that, like, you know, is similar to this, or something like that, and then they tip you again for that. So this is like another way of making money, right? And then the third way of making money is actually custom content. So you are posting stuff, people subscribing to you, and they can get in your direct messages, like DMs, and ask you for something that they want to see that is not on your feed, and then you set a price for it, like something that is custom. You decide like how much it is. Like for me, it's $100, like $80 to $100, depending, like, and up actually, depending like what they want to see, basically. If it's something like, you know, it's not on my feed, it's not on my phone, and I'm like taking my time to like get it done, then yeah, so it's gonna cost that much. If you want to, you know, and some guys, they be in, so they give me like, you know, whatever I ask for, like 80, 100 or $150, and then they tip me over that. And so I think it's like, you know, it's a great thing to like make money on it. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Because I'm already posting pictures that people would want to see, and people, you know, that they're sexy on Instagram. So I said, why not like have it on my OnlyFans and just, you know, put it there so people can like have access to can have access to them only there. But yeah, so okay, so this is the way you make money. So tips, subscriptions, and custom content. In the next video, I'm going to tell you what are the best ways to actually attract your fans, even if you don't have much followers on your social media. So stay tuned, okay?